All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Your Excellency, Your Excellency, Your Excellency, Your Excellency, Your Excellency, Your Excellency. Welcome. It is the Crown King Nothing JMT. It is the JMT Kingship. Once again, how's everybody doing out there? I hope that you are doing well. Yeah, I hope that you're doing very, very well. I hope that you're taking care of business. I hope that everything is well with you. Right now, at this very moment, you are dining with the king as of right now. The king has, hang on for a second. I think that should be it right there. Fuck it. Right now, you're dining with the king. The king is dining, and as we dine, we can have the kingship. So, anyways, beef stew for the king. I told y'all a while back that I went back to eating meat because my brain and my memory was kind of, I don't know what was going on. It was doing something. It was doing something. I don't know what it was doing, but I went back to meat, and I realized that life requires sacrifice. The sacrificial lamb. The lamb dies. You skin it. You devour it. You take its meat. You cook it. You eat it. You digest it. It died so you could live on. But that morbid side of it, no one really looks at that morbid side at all. In fact, you eat so much meat and you ain't even got it in you to kill an animal, period. I find that very interesting. But that's what exists. You know what? I probably, as rough as shit is, was back then, way back when kings were around, when kings were ruling and villages were thriving and things like that, I probably would have did very, very well. Very, very well. Now we've got the rise of the machines. But the rise of the machines makes it very, very difficult. I was telling people about the machine way before this AI shit even came about. But, I don't know. Today, it is kind of rough trying to make a living. And back then, it was probably even harder making a living. In fact, it was harder back then, but even though it was harder back then, I probably would have done very, very well, especially as a king. I was a king back then. Man, the world's wide open for a king. I would be doing all kinds of shit, man. First thing I would be doing is I built some ships, and I've had those ships. Bringing in all kinds of fish, man. They bring me fish, fishing loaves, man. All kinds of fish. And what I would do is, since I got all kinds of fish, I'd be giving away all kinds of fish. Like, look, we got to give some of the stuff away. Otherwise, while we're trying to get started, it's just going to go to waste. So, give it to the poor or whoever. You ain't even got to be poor, man. Hey, you want some fish? Here you go. Boom. Give away a lot of fish now. What I would do is I would have 2 big fat ass fish aquariums about the size of apartment buildings. And when the fishermen, when the ships bring in those fish, have them dump them in them big ass aquariums the size of apartment buildings and shit. And we'll feed them fish. And then when it's time to clean the motherfucker out, I'll have all these architects that's going to design it to the point where we can drain the water, take out all the fish, throw the fish in another tank, while we clean out that big ass fucking tank. I'm talking about the size of apartment buildings. And clean it out, put fresh water in there, put the fish back in there, you know. That way, if somebody wanted to buy some fish, well, how many fish you want? Well, shit, man, give me about 5 of them. 5 fish, okay. You take your net, boom, get 5 fish out, throw the live fish on the table, chop the fish heads off, boom, boom, boom. 5 bodies and 5 fish heads, boom. Sell them for, I don't know what it would go for back then, but, you know, I'd sell them to the people. Like, here, there you go. So hurry up and take that home and cook it, you know. You don't want it to go bad, you know. I don't know how they was refrigerating shit back then, you know. We seem to think that, oh, refrigerators didn't come out till, what? 1800, late 1800s, early 1900s or something like that, but I don't know. They probably had special ways of refrigerating their shit. I don't know. They say salt kept shit good for a while, but I don't know. I mean, you can't salt down fish. I mean, it's going to be too salty when you finally go for it, when you finally, you know, cook it and have it to eat. But anyways, 2 big ass fucking aquariums with fish in it. And every time somebody wants some fish, whether they want 2, 3, 6, 5, 7, you take those fish out and they be flopping on the table. You fucking just grab it, cut their heads off, boom, there you go, sell it to the people, you know. Have all kinds of shit, man. Lambs, fucking herds of cows, horses, all kinds of shit. I'd be a great servant to the people. As a king, I would, if I was born back then. Now, well, you know, everybody wants to do the King Solomon thing. The only thing people know about King Solomon is the 700 hoes he had and the 900 wives he had. That's all they know about the man. All they know is they want to live the life of King Solomon. They want a lot of hoes and a lot of wives and sex all the time and party all the time. Party all the time. Party all the time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what they wanted. That's what they want now. But, yeah. The Crown King Nothing JMT. The king, a king with no king's men, a king with no queen, a king with no horses, a king with no men. The Crown King Nothing JMT here at your service. And you're dining with them. And you drinking with them to Kingship. Yeah. See, sometimes when I play chess, what I like to do is I like to get rid of the king, all of the king's pawns. I like to get rid of all of his horses. I like to take both of his bishops, both of his rooks, both of his castles, take his queen. I like to leave the king by himself with no one around before I checkmate him. That's what's called stripping the king down to his bare ass. And the king once had the world at his fingertips. And now he looks around and he has nothing. And then he's got the enemy stripping him down to his bare ass. That's got to be that's got to be one hell of a feeling for a king. That's got to be something for a king to go through. You had all that power, and now you're all alone, and the enemy told you to strip down to your bare ass. Wow. Wow. Think about it. I got y'all thinking too deep now, right? Don't be like me, man. You start thinking deep, man. You're never gonna come back. I mean, think about it. I bet you back then, a whole lot of P. Diddy's back then, man, and nobody took regulate him. I mean, yeah, back then, now they call us bums, the guys that can't quite get it together. Back then, the guys that couldn't get their shit together, they called them peasants. They were peasants. The kings got all the hoes, and the peasants got nothing. And if a peasant did have a woman, he's gonna lose her. Especially if she looks like something, he's gonna lose her. He's gonna lose her? Yeah. Why? Okay. This is why. When a rich, it's just like Chris Brown said. When a rich man wants you, and your man can't do nothing for you. These hoes ain't loyal. And you know what? I don't know. Were hoes loyal back then? Were hoes loyal back then? The so-called harlots of seduction. They had a fancy name for their whores back then. They call them harlots of seduction. Were whores loyal back then? And is this disloyalty something of the new age? I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, man. Wow, that was good. That was a beef stew. A king's beef stew. Cheers to Kingship once again. We keep toasting and toasting over and over again. It doesn't matter. What do you want to toast to? Whatever it is that you want to toast to that. There you go. I lost a subscriber today. I wrote it in on the last Kingship. I lost a fucking subscriber. I don't know. I hate losing subscribers. I need so many subscribers. Subscribe to JMT1 if you haven't. Be greatly appreciated. Give me some comments, you know. I mean, I suppose if you don't like me and you got something to say, I suppose you can say it. I remember the last time this asshole got on there and he said something smart to me. I said something smart back to him, and you know what? YouTube took my shit down and said that what I was doing could be considered cyberbullying. And I'm like, did you not? They must not seen what he wrote to me. I don't know. Some trollers get away with murder and others don't, I guess. I don't know. But, man, I mean, I don't care, man. I mean, I love to hear from you, man. If you're one of my haters and you got something to say, I'd love to hear from you, you know. As long as you don't get too out of control, you know. I don't like a lot of shit talking, but I mean, it all comes with the game, shit talking, you know. Hell, I had somebody talking shit to me that ain't got no business talking shit to me or anyone at all. Someone who's a full-fledged fucking bum gonna tell me to boss up. Okay, you ain't got a roof over your head, but you telling me to boss up. You ain't got a motherfucking no way of transportation, but you telling me to boss up. You ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out, as the old folks used to say, but you telling me to boss up, man. I am a boss. I'm the crown king, nothing. I'm the king of all this shit. You see this shit? Look at all my shit. Look at all my shit. It's all my shit here. Look at all my shit. See all my shit? Look at all my shit. Look at all my shit. I got a lot of shit. I got a lot of shit. I'm the king of all this shit. Look at all my shit. I just finished a bottle of Chardonnay all by my damn self. Thought I'd drink wine the other night. Yeah, man. I'm the boss of this shit. Look at all my motherfucking shit. You see it? Now. Settle down. I'm not telling you that I'm fucking rich or nothing like that, you know. I'm working on getting rich because you have to be rich, man. You have to be rich. You have to be rich. Everybody wants to be rich. If somebody tells you that they don't want to be rich, they're lying. They would love to not have to worry about money. You know, everybody wants to do that. I'm a boss. I'm a boss of all this shit here. See all this shit? Look at all my shit. It's somewhat of a lot of shit. Shit, I've been here almost 8 years. So within that time, one consumes a lot of things, especially if you're a consumer. One that buys up a lot of shit, you know. If I was a king back then, I'm a king now. I'm a king of all this shit. All this shit. Look at all my shit. Look, if I was a king back then, right? I'd specialize in silver and gold. We're 19 minutes in. You know what? We're 19 minutes in, so I'll tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and wish you well. I'm going to go ahead and start the next video. All right? Because I was onto something. But you take care of yourselves and each other. I'll see you for the next Crown King Nothing. The JMT Kingship. Take care of yourselves and and each other.